Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Monday, 8 September. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about a fugitive in New Zealand is dead after a 4-year manhunt. Turkey's main opposition has called for protests after police barricaded its Istanbul office. And Trump says foreign companies need to train Americans after the Hyundai raid. So firstly, fugitive Tom Phillips has been killed after a 4-year manhunt ended in a shootout earlier this morning in New Zealand, so late last night UK time. Phillips has been on the run with his 3 children after they disappeared from their family home in the Waikato region back in December 2021. He was found on a quad bike with a child after a burglary at a farm earlier this morning. A shootout ensued, which a police officer was shot with a high-powered rifle and remains in a serious condition. One of his children is helping police with inquiries while the other 2 remain missing. A detective senior sergeant said the focus is now on finding the other 2 children and getting them back safely. So what? I thought I'd just include this because it's a bit fucking crazy, especially for New Zealand. So this guy, he's been on the run, but in the bush for 4 years. A couple of years ago, there was a video from some pig hunters where you could see him and his 3 children walking up a ridgeline, and that has been the only sighting in a very long time. It was alleged that he broke into a shop early last week, which I think may have led police to this incident. But yeah, pretty crazy that it ended this way and very sad. Hopefully the children get the support they need because I can imagine this experience will be extremely traumatizing for them. And next, Turkey's main opposition party has called on citizens and residents of Istanbul to gather on Sunday after police set up barricades in areas around its headquarters in the city, with the party calling it a siege. The Republican People's Party has been the target of a months-long legal crackdown, which has swept up hundreds of its members, including the Istanbul mayor, President Tayyip Erdogan's main political rival, whose arrest in March set off protests around Turkey. So what? This just seems to be more a political crackdown on Erdogan's oppositions, mainly focusing on the key opposition political party. It's pretty sad to see, and kind of shows how bad things are going in Turkey. It doesn't appear like Erdogan wants to give up power freely, and that he is going to ensure that there are no strong opposition parties to his party. I believe he may be stepping down. I need to read more into that. But even so, it doesn't seem that his party wants to give up power anytime soon. Due to this, it is, sadly, he is tied into NATO, and NATO is not getting Turkey out anytime soon, nor would they want to, because the moment they do, they will realign with Russia and China, almost certainly. But yeah, there's basically zero chance that they're going to be getting into the EU anytime soon, especially with the way things are going here. So it's a bit of a sad state of affairs, but it is what it is, and this is life. And lastly, President Donald Trump has said on Sunday that foreign companies need to hire and train American workers and respect immigration laws following a raid in the US state of Georgia last week. South Korea is moving to pick up some 300 South Korean citizens who were detained in the raid by US federal agents when they arrested about 475 workers at a Hyundai car battery plant in Georgia on Thursday. So what? I don't really understand how this many people could be working illegally in America in one factory. Like, does the US lack like the legal verification of like workers' rights? So in the UK, as a foreigner, when I start a job, I have to provide a code to the company that confirms that I have the legal right to work. And if I don't provide that, they can't pay me because I have to pay tax. So if they are paying me and like deducting tax, it's very clear that they're paying an illegal person. It just seems, I don't understand how the US doesn't have a system that ensures that people aren't like obviously there's ways around the UK system, like paying people cash and not paying tax. But like, if both sides want to be playing ball, then yeah, this seems crazy. Like, there's just so many people to be working illegally in one factory. I mean, Hyundai should face some pretty serious legal repercussions because of this. Like, that's unacceptable. Yeah. And I completely agree that with Trump that you need to train local workers to work in your factories because that's fucked. It just destroys your economy, your like workers' economy, because people who are working illegally will work for less money, so it drives the price people are willing to pay down. And the US state system already allows for some pretty wild pay discrepancies. So yeah, I don't know, kind of makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to the Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you.